Hey guys, what's going on? It's Waldo. Today we're here for episode number 5 of our Philadelphia Phillies franchise series here on MLB 15 The Show. So in our last episode, we played the New York Mets and it did not go very well. Harang took the loss. We lost 10-3 against Jacob deGrom and the Mets. And you see, as I mentioned last episode, we did start off pretty well. We won our first 4 and we won 5 of 6, but now we have lost 4 of our last 6. So, it's almost been a little negated. We are 7-5 now after starting 5-1. So we are on a bit of a cold streak. But in this episode, we're going to see Jerome Williams, he of the 7.84 ERA and the 1.65 WHIP. Ouch. Go up against Jordan Zimmermann and the Washington Nationals. We are on the road for this one. And right now, let's just check the there's a way to do, yeah, let's check the standings. So you see here, team average is 267. Our slugging percentage is 426. Our on-base percentage is 305. That is not very good. Our fielding percentage is .993. And our ERA is 4.08. We are 5-5 in our last 10, 4-5 in the division. We've scored 51 runs, allowed 51, but we are only 1 game back of the Marlins and the Mets. And we are 2 games ahead of the Nationals who we play today. So without any further ado, let's get this game started. And here we are at Nationals Park in Washington, D.C. That fellow right there has the high mom sign. Pretty sure he's happy to be on TV to show that to everyone else. Looks like it should be a packed house, but we'll check out the Phillies starting lineup provided by Ryan Sandberg. Adam Revere will be leading it off in left field, followed by Darren Ruff and Chase Utley. Ryan Howard in the cleanup spot. Cody Ashley at third, followed by Carlos Ruiz, Grady Sizemore, Freddie Galvis, and Jerome Williams. We're rounding out the order. They're going up against Jordan Zimmermann, as we said before. Third game of the season, 3.75 ERA, 12 innings pitched, 18 hits, 1 walk, 6 Ks. Zimmermann would actually set the Phillies down. Ruff did get on first after Revere grounded out, but Utley grounded into a double play. But here's the National starting lineup. Escobar, Reed Johnson, Bryce Harper, and Desmond Wilson Ramos. Tyler Moore, Clint Robinson, Michael Taylor, and Jordan Zimmermann. They're going against Jerome Williams, who's had a bit of a rough go at it here early on. No wins, no losses, but that 7.84 ERA is a killer. This is his third start of the season as well. 10.1 innings pitched, 16 hits, 1 walk, and 5 Ks. Bottom of the first here, Escobar here is the first pitch to Escobar, and he grounds it up the middle, but Utley manages to get it. He's going to throw it over to Howard at first, and he is called safe at first. Bit of a close play, bang bang play, and we're actually going to get to challenge this play. It's actually pretty interesting. This is the first time I've been able to challenge a play in this game. Sandberg, obviously, he's just going to go over, talk to the umpire over there, and see from this angle, it could really go either way. Right there, it looks like Escobar did not touch the bag quite in time. It seems like the ball was already in Howard's glove by the time he touched the bag. But we're going to see here, and there's one of the members of Sandberg's coaching staff, and he's saying, yes, go ahead and challenge it. Yes, we should win this. And Sandberg got the okay. He's going to tell that umpire, all right, we are going to challenge this. And you see the call on the field, it was safe at first. Excuse me. But upon further review, Escobar is actually called out, so the challenge did work. So now 1-2 count. 1 out, of course, that Escobar ground out, and swing and a miss, strike 3. That was the second out of the inning. Now we're in the bottom of the second, 0-2 count, man on first, and Ramos grounds it in front of Ruiz, who throws it over to Utley, who tries to get it over to Howard, and he does. Double play to end the inning. Bottom of the fourth now, another man on first, 0-2 count. Ramos up again and swing and a miss, strike 3. Can't catch up. Now we'll go to the top of the fifth. The first time the Phillies have had a runner in scoring position. At second base, 2-2 count, 2 outs, but Sizemore swings and misses, strike 3. Throw over to first, and that will end the inning. Bottom of the fifth now, 2 outs, 1-2 count, and the pitch from Williams, swing. Oh no, that's a called third strike, excuse me, and that will end the inning. Top of the sixth now, 1-1 count, Freddie Galvis at the plate, and he rips it into the right center field gap, and that one will bounce off the top of the wall, and Galvis will pull into second with a stand-up double to start off the sixth inning. Great way to start. I don't know exactly what I did there. That was my fault. But as you see here, we're going to keep Jerome Williams in. He's going to bunt Galvis over to third. Beautifully executed bunt. And now Galvis at third with just 1 out. So now Revere up Man on third, just one out, and the Phillies are actually going to attempt a suicide squeeze, but Revere can't get the bunt down. Pitcher's too far outside. Ramos fakes out Galvis, and he's out. Just a bad base running mistake. Top of the sixth, just to add a little bit of insult to injury. On the very next pitch, Revere lines it up the middle for a base hit, so Galvis would have scored. It would have been 1-0, but instead Revere gets the first. He was actually thrown out trying to steal second to end that inning. But now bottom of the sixth, 0-2 count to Escobar. And string and a miss, strike three. Probably should have held up on that one. That's first out. On six now, 1 out, 2-2 count, and Harper skies one out to straightaway center field. This one has a chance, but Ruff manages to catch right before he gets the wall. So the runner will have to retreat to first now. Bottom of the sixth, bad situation for Williams. First and second, and this ball is grounded up the middle past the diving up. The Ruff gets it. He's going to throw it into Ruiz, and the throw is late, and the Nationals now lead 1-0. Bottom of the sixth now, still man on first and second, 2 outs, but Williams strikes out Tyler Moore, and that will end the inning. Here is our line score, game summary, I suppose you could say. Freddie Galvis 1 for 2 with that double. Ian Desmond 2 for 2 with a walk. Zimmerman dealing so far, 6 innings pitched, 5 hits and 4 Ks. Phillies still looking for their first run of the game. Hits are even, or almost even, I should say. Phillies have 5, Nationals have 6. Top of the 7, 2 outs, 0-2 count. Here is Ryan Howard, who can't catch up to the high fastball. Should have let that one go. And you see he is upset with himself. He knew he should have let that one go, but that is the end of the top of the 7th. After Williams allowed a leadoff single, Ryan Sandberg came out and decided it was time to pull him. And a very respectable effort for Williams. Pitched into the 7th inning, but he did provide 6 innings of solid ball, only allowed 1 run. Not much more you can say about that. Offense just needs to support him, but we're going to call him Luis Garcia. 4 games, no wins or losses, no saves, has not allowed an earned run in 2.1 innings of work. He's walked 3, struck out 3 as well. Here's the first batter he does face, and he's going to strike him out. Michael Taylor, the NL batting average leader. And now here is Zimmerman trying to get down a bunt, but he's going to ground it to Howard, and it's going to go 3, 6, 4 double plays. Zimmerman's bunt not very effective. Now we'll head to the top of the 8th, still 1-0. Here is Cody Ashley up at the plate. 1-0 count, and he grounds it over to the second baseman, who overthrows the first baseman, but Ramos is right there, and Ashley makes a bad base running mistake. Rounded first, easy pick for Ramos, and he is out. Here's our starter comparison. As mentioned, Williams, 6 innings pitched, 1 run, 7 hits, 1 walk, 5 Ks, and Zimmerman into his 8th inning of work, 7 2/3 innings pitched, 5 hits, and 6 Ks. Here is Grady Sizemore at the plate. He's going to ground that one up the middle for a base hit, and that would actually be all for the National starter, Jordan Zimmerman, I believe. And it is. The Nationals manager is going to come on out, call for the right-hander, and that will be it for Zimmerman. Excellent performance for him, 7 2/3 of innings. I believe he only allowed 6 hits. He gives the crowd a nice tip of the cap. And now we're going to see Craig Stammen come into the game. 4 games, 0-1, 2.25 ERA, and 4 innings pitched, 1 walk, and 5 Ks. Obviously, we couldn't get a run that inning. Bottom of the 8th, 1-1 count, and this one might have been a mistake by Luis Garcia. It has a chance, but Revere tracks it down right against the wall. Great range by Revere out there in left. And that would be the second out of the inning. Now 1-2 count to Harper, and he swings and misses. Strike 3. Great job by Garcia today. 2 innings, no runs allowed, and a couple of Ks. Harper upset. We'll head to the top of the 9th, and Drew Storen, the Nationals closer, will come in. 4 games, 0-1, 3 saves, 9 ERA, and 3 innings of work, 3 walks, and 2 Ks. And now here is the Phillies' last chance. 2 outs, 0-2 count. Darren Ruff at the plate. And he gets strike 3 called on the low outside corner. You got to swing in that situation. The Nationals win this game, this pitcher's duel, 1-0 over the Philadelphia Phillies. See, the Nationals very excited to win here on this Sunday. Obviously, the man of the hour, I see the Phillies a little disappointed they could not come away with this win. Their starter, Jerome Williams, pitched very, very well, but he could not get the win. His offense could not support him. Obviously, it's good for the ERA, pitching 6 innings of just 1 run ball, but other than that, not much else. Here's the final line score Phillies top hitter was Freddie Galvis, 1 hit and 3 at bats. As we mentioned, Zimmerman just did very well, and the Nationals top hitter was Ian Desmond, 2 for 2, and obviously he did have a walk in there as well. Now it's time to award the Player of the Game honors, and who else but Jordan Zimmerman. Very, very good performance today in this pitcher's duel. 7 2/3 innings pitched, 6 hits, no runs, no earned runs, no walks. He struck out 6. He kept his team in the game all throughout, as did Williams, but the difference was that the Nationals offense could support him, scoring that 1 run in the 6th inning. And now, normally when you see this screen that's going to come up right now, you think this is the end, but actually there's something that happened, because normally when I'm done, and you can look at the box score if you want, but normally when I'm done recording, I'll simulate ahead to the next game that I'll play in the next episode. And surprisingly, I actually got a trade offer that you'll see after this the box score goes away, and I was actually pretty surprised. I think the trade, well, I can't say I think the trade logic is definitely still a little flawed. Like, normally, I just heard some thunder in the background, that's great. But obviously this trade would never be accepted or proposed for that matter, and you know, in the real league, but in this game, I guess it's considered an okay trade. And I wasn't going to accept it. I was like, alright, this is still a little early in the season to be doing stuff like this, but I was like, you know what, I think I will actually accept this. And it's coming up right in a second, just a little bit, hold on, I'm just trying to stop for time. Okay, here we go. So the Athletics proposed that in return for Carlos Ruiz, we would get Scott Kazmir. And I was thinking, you know what? We do need pitching. This guy, he will be gone after this year. We would free up some salary cap with Ruiz leaving. Obviously, you see he's making $7.5 million a year, and he has some years remaining. Whereas Kazmir, he only has 1 year, so I did accept the trade. And spoiler alert, we did win our next game. But yeah, so now I had to adjust our roster, manage our roster, I should say, because Cameron Rupp is up there right now, and obviously we need a backup. We can't just have one catcher, and I just want to make sure Kazmir was up. And I'm pretty sure I'll call Billingsley up at some point, especially if Williams continues to struggle. Billingsley did come up around this time in the year. And so I'm looking at the starting rotation, seeing, okay, who do I want to demote? And I actually decided to demote Sean O'Sullivan to AAA. And this wasn't because I got Kazmir, it was because I needed to call up a catcher, so I needed to send a starter down. And it was between Tommy Joseph and Rene Garcia. And I ended up going with Rene Garcia. I just wanted to let Joseph develop a little more in the minors. Whereas Garcia is 25, you know, he probably doesn't need much more time. So I decided to call him up, so he will be our backup catcher. But guys, that will be it. Be sure to subscribe if you're new here, that way you don't miss any of my future content. Be sure to leave a like if you enjoyed. Once again, thanks for watching this video, guys, and I'll see you next time. Peace.